Why do so many NBA fans today seem to disrespect the legends of the game?
Hey, bro, you better get this together. That receipt airline. Look, he's mad. Look at him. You sick.
It feels like the sport's turned into a battlefield of hot takes and controversy.
Attack!
Where appreciating greatness takes a backseat to stirring debates for clicks. Some of the greatest players in history are treated like they were just guys at the YMCA, almost as if basketball only started in the 2000s. Sure, the game's evolved. Players today are bigger, faster, and stronger. But does that mean we should dismiss those who paved the way? And it's not just retired legends being disrespected. Even active superstars get slandered by talking heads who refuse to evolve with the game, reducing greatness to box scores while ignoring skill, context, and the eye test. But among all the legends and stars, some have been disrespected more than anyone else in this era of constant negativity. Let's dive into the video. Bob Cousy, a forgotten pioneer disrespected by today's fans. Bob Cousy's become a controversial figure in basketball debates, largely due to an infamous ESPN argument between Chris Mad Dog Russo and JJ Redick. Russo defended Cousy's legacy, while Redick dismissed him, claiming he played against plumbers and firemen. This sparked widespread disrespect, with modern fans mocking Cousy's game and suggesting Redick would have dominated his era. However, the game was completely different back then. Rules, style of play, and training levels were nowhere near today's standards. Yet, for his time, Cousy was a basketball magician, dazzling crowds with his playmaking and flashy moves when few players even attempted them. People act as if Cousy was just lucky to be in the NBA, but his resume proves otherwise. 13-time All-Star, 6-time NBA champion, and 8-time assist leader. Dismissing his greatness because of his era is absurd. He was a pioneer for the point guard position, laying the foundation for today's dynamic playmakers. Instead of unfair comparisons across eras, we should acknowledge Cousy's greatness for what it truly was. Clyde Drexler, more than just the guy Jordan beat. Clyde Drexler's name rarely comes up in discussions about the greatest shooting guards, and when it does, it's often dismissed. Many fans remember him as only the guy who lost to Michael Jordan in the finals, or as someone who needed Hakeem Olajuwon to win a ring. But Drexler was a dominant force in his prime and deserves far more respect. During his 12 years with the Trailblazers, he was a 10-time All-Star, leading them to 2 NBA Finals. In the late 80s and early 90s, he averaged over 27 points per game in back-to-back seasons, consistently taking Portland deep into the playoffs. The idea that Drexler was carried to a title by Olajuwon in 1995 is misleading. He was crucial to Houston's championship run, averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in the playoffs. In the finals, he stepped up even more with 21.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 6.8 assists per game. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is one of the most disrespected superstars in NBA history, largely due to advanced analytics. From the moment he entered the league in 2003, he was an elite scorer, rivaling LeBron James for Rookie of the Year. There's a real case he should have won. Before Melo, the Nuggets were a lottery team. After him, they made the playoffs every year. That's not a coincidence. In New York, he had some of the best scoring seasons, carrying the Knicks to their first playoff series win in 20 years. Yet, critics obsessed over efficiency, ignoring the fact that Melo was winning games practically by himself. Since when did sheer offensive dominance and impact not matter? Those who watched him know, Carmelo Anthony was him. His legacy shouldn't be reduced to a formula that fails to measure heart, skill, and the ability to take over a game like few ever have. James Harden. At his peak, James Harden was one of the greatest defensive forces the game's ever seen. Period. Yet, in just a few short years, the narrative around him's flipped. Now, he's supposedly washed, unmotivated, and not a winning player. That's just straight up nonsense. The dude still puts up elite numbers, but all people want to talk about is his step-back travels, his foul baiting, or his off-court antics. What they won't mention? He's still one of the best playmakers in the game and consistently finds ways to impact winning. Even in these down years with Brooklyn and Philly, Harden's been dropping 20 points and 10 assists per game with ease, something only 11 players in NBA history have ever done. And yet, we let sports talk shows dictate our perception, turning him into some sort of washed-up liability. But let's be honest, if Harden was available, almost any team in the league would jump at the chance to get him. He may not be the same guy from his Houston days, but to act like he's irrelevant now? That's just disrespectful. Instead of clowning him, maybe we should appreciate his greatness before it's too late. If you love this video, smash the subscribe button. LeBron James. If there's one player who gets more hate than anyone in NBA history, it's LeBron James. This man is one of the greatest ever, but the disrespect he gets is ridiculous. He could play all 5 positions, has an elite basketball IQ, and has been the ultimate floor raiser for 2 decades. Yet people still try to discredit his accomplishments. One of the wildest narratives? That his road to championships was easy. LeBron-led teams have taken down 20 different 50-win teams in the playoffs, including the 73-9 Warriors in 2016. And how many players in NBA history have carried teams to 10 finals? Outside of the 60 Celtics, nobody. Yet every mistake he makes is blown out of proportion. Skip Bayless built a career nitpicking LeBron, and people still eat it up. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny his greatness. We criticize him for carrying bad teams, playing too long, and even things unrelated to basketball. At some point, you have to appreciate what you're witnessing. Once he's gone, there will never be another like him. Russell Westbrook. Some say Russell Westbrook's a top 5 point guard ever. Others let one rough season in LA overshadow his Hall of Fame career. The disrespect he gets is wild. In 2021, he led the Wizards to the playoffs while averaging a triple-double for the 4th time. That's historic. But when he struggled to adjust to his 4th team in as many years alongside LeBron, he was labeled a villain. Fans had their pitchforks out the second he joined the Lakers. When he asked for respect for his last name, he got clowned even harder. NBA fans love tearing down greatness. One of the worst narratives about Russ is that his triple-doubles don't contribute to winning. Flat out wrong. His teams win over 70% of the time when he records one. Russ isn't perfect. Maybe his best days are behind him. But letting one bad season define a career of MVPs, records, and electrifying performances? That's disrespectful. History will remember him far more fondly than the people slandering him today. Kobe Bryant. The fact that people disrespect the late, great Kobe Bryant is beyond comprehension. Growing up, Kobe was like a superhero on the court, the closest thing to Michael Jordan. Yet some try to downplay his greatness, even claiming he was carried by Shaquille O'Neal to his first 3 championships. Imagine leading multiple playoff series in scoring, locking down elite opponents, and hitting clutch shots only to have your rings discredited decades later. After Shaq left, Kobe silenced doubters by leading the Lakers to back-to-back championships in 2009 and 2010, topping the Celtics super team in a grueling 7-game series. He led his team in scoring, assists, and steals throughout both playoff runs. Kobe's teams defeated 26 different 50-win teams in the playoffs, the most in NBA history. That's dominance. Yet, because he took tough shots and had the confidence to take over games, people call him a chucker. Was he a volume shooter? Yeah, but when the game was on the line, who else would you want? Greatness in the NBA is often reduced to narratives, stats, and hot takes, leading to unfair criticism of legends past and present. Players like Bob Cousy, Clyde Drexler, Carmelo Anthony, James Harden, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Kobe Bryant have all seen their legacies diminished by oversimplified debates. Instead of tearing down all-time greats, we should celebrate their impact. Basketball evolves, but history matters. True fans recognize greatness in every era. Who's the most disrespected player ever? The game's legends deserve better than lazy narratives. If this video added something new, drop a like. It helps a ton. Share your thoughts in the comments, and for more deep dives into forgotten greatness, subscribe and stay locked in. Appreciate the support. Until next time.